All right, welcome to another episode of the download. Today, I have the fabulous Donna Erbs, who is the Chief Marketing Officer at Anders. Welcome, Donna, and thank you for joining us.
Thanks, Tabitha. Anders is so honored to be part of the download today. And me personally, I'm just really pleased to be visiting with you today and get the opportunity to talk about Anders, one of my favorite topics, of course. But so for those of you that don't know, Anders and CPAs and Advisors is a 230-person accounting firm. We're located downtown St. Louis, and most of us are working remotely. I happen to be in the office today. So there's about maybe out of that big number, maybe 25, 30 people here on any given day. We were really busy through April 15th when we thought there was going to be busy season. Now that is April 15th. So we've been here. We have a CARES Act research and response team that is responding to all of our clients on PPP and small business loans and Main Street lending and the tax implications that are going to come from all of that when this is over. But great firm. We have laid off no one. We've furloughed no one. No one's taken a cut. So it's a great place to be right now. And I think that goes to having a lot of diversified services and a lot of diversified clients. So while we have some clients that are struggling, we have others that are having, great years, depending on, what line of business that they're in. So we are plugging away, trying to be the best advisors that we can be for our clients in audit, tax, accounting, technology, healthcare, talent management. So it's just been a juggle. I think that we would call that. We're pivoting, like other people say. And as my managing partner, I tell him that there are two favorite words that I have of his. One is that we have to always be nimble. And the second one is sometimes we just have to take a pause and make sure that we're going in the right direction, make sure that we're staying true to our core values and our mission and vision. And, I really think that we're doing that.
Agreed. We are big supporters of Anders. We love Anders.
I know that.
We love you. So do you work with a lot of companies in the region, many that we know of, but you hear all the good things that are going on just because of who you are. I feel like people just want to reach out and tell Donna all the good news, but you have a lot of companies that you work with where you just see what's happening. Can you share some fun?
Sure. Tabitha, we range from startups to companies that we have had for 50 plus years that have been our clients. So we have, like a lot of people, we have people in the hospitality business and they're struggling. But a lot of them are pivoting too, and they're, finding new ways to do things. We have other people who are in lines of business right now, manufacturers in items that are really at the top of what everybody wants. So they're having great years. We have other people who we've really helped move to a remote workforce through our technology group. And our outsourced accounting group is yet in another vein, and they're taking on, responsibilities that now companies can't handle. So, across the board, we've been helping our clients. I will tell you that the PPP program, every single advisor here has been talking to their clients, helping them through, walking them through. We have a gentleman here, Paul Ray, who came to us from the banking industry 2 years ago, and he's just been invaluable in helping be a great advisor, because that's what people need, regardless at what end they are, what part of their life cycle. They need advice right now. They need people to help them with these loans, to help them record and track these loans, to help them come out of this in a way. They need to understand. We talk about cash flow being king here, and how people are really needing to maximize their cash flow, maximize, what they're doing with their business to make sure they have a clear picture of it. So, and that kind of is across the board, regardless of what kind of industry you're in, whether you're in construction, real estate, manufacturing. It's just good advice across the board.
Speaking of cash flow, you talked earlier before we started recording about a webinar that you listened to. Can you share a little bit about that?
So Anders has, I think content, so I said cash is king. So if cash is king, content is definitely the next in line. And we have been producing content and webinars and information to keep our clients as up to date as possible. And today we hosted a webinar with Chris Keel. He's the managing director of Armada Corporate Intelligence. And he's a partner. He does a lot of work with the Missouri Society of CPAs, and we hosted him today. And so if anybody's looking for a little tidbit of good news, because we hear bad news, Chris did a presentation today called The Great Recession, Light at the End of the Tunnel. And there's a question mark at that. But what he was telling today is that the IMF, which is an international institution, has really been pretty dismal about their projections. But they're anticipating 4.7% growth in 2021. And the other thing he said today is that, Americans have saved what we thought was a lot of money, about 7.6%. And that was the last number, February, early March. That number is up now to 21%. So Americans are really hunkering down, and they're saving money, and they're paying off credit card bills. And so when they feel that the economy is better, there's going to be a pent up demand to spend that money. It's just that money that they're not being spent now. So I think that, obviously things are dismal, and but I think that we always have to look like what's next, right? What's beyond where we are right now. And that's what we're trying to look at, Anders, is to be very proactive and to be looking at what's next and how can we help people, not just through today and tomorrow and next week, but how do we help them at the end of the year and 2 years and 3 years from now.
That's amazing. And then you shared another story. So we try to find a little bit of insights of what's going on in the market, but you shared that you've been doing a lot of reading lately, and about, and I'm going to butcher that, it's guerrilla marketing.
Right. So I was telling Tabitha, when you've been in marketing as long as I have, so I remember the downturn in 1987. And I remember, 2001 when the Twin Towers went down and everything around that. I was in PR at that time. I was here in 2008 when the financial institutions, when the foundation was just kind of swept away from people from underneath them. And now again, and I think this one came on so fast, and just trying to make sense of that, right? Trying to not panic, trying to think of what should we be doing. And so so everybody's heard about guerrilla marketing. That's when everybody was doing the flash mobs and doing something really unconventional. And now, people just want information. They want advice. They want to know what they should do and what we think. And so they said there's two camps of people. There's two camps of businesses right now. The first camp is all of those that are in survival mode. So, they're saying, if you have to drink chocolate syrup out of the bottle and you have to stay in your same yoga pants for 4 days, just do whatever you have to do to survive until this gets back to normal. And then there's the other camp that says, wow, let's think about this a moment. We have really been given an opportunity. We've been given a gift, so to speak, in kind of a odd sort of way, but we've been given an opportunity to really change how we're doing things. So don't waste this opportunity, because this is going to be our new normal for a while. So now is the time that the greatest businesses of the decade are going to be built. Now's the time when the most innovative companies are going to take market share from the ones that are just in survival mode. So, I'm challenging my friends in marketing. I'm challenging my friends in business, is that, St. Louis has always risen to every occasion. And I think we have to rise to this one too.
I hope everybody can hear the passion in your voice, because it is just, it makes my heart happy. And I am sure that people will reach out to you if they need help, which will include all of that contact info in the post. But before we end, can you share a good story with us, or a call to action that the community can do to just be better?
So I think there's so many things. I think we all think that we have to make this great sweeping change. And I think that we all have to just maybe live in the moment and do something small, because, when I think about the things I miss the most, they aren't the big things. They're just really the small things, the little things, the people, the moments. And so about 5 weeks ago, a board that I used to serve on, they reached out on Facebook and they said, we have no diapers. We have newborn babies and we have no diapers. And I was just like, how in the world can we live in a community like St. Louis, Missouri, and this organization has no diapers for these babies? So I put out on my Facebook page, just, you know, to my friends and saying, so for all of you who aren't getting your hair done, aren't getting your nails done, haven't been to the spa, would you consider taking some of that money and putting some diapers on these babies? And it was remarkable what happened when just a few people are listening, and they got diapers and they got formula and other things. So I also encourage people to, you know, not to wait to make something really big. I had one of my colleagues here say to me, gosh, Donna, could I use some of my practice development dollars to send lunch to, you know, the respiratory therapists at Mercy? And I'm like, yes, let's do that, right? So, you know, we've created on our website, we've created a portal where our people can buy gift certificates to all of our clients, and they can have a virtual lunch, or they can send a gift. So just do some small things, and they'll turn out to be big things.
You are an inspiration. Like, Donna, you have my heart. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Thanks. It was a pleasure. Always, I am honored to do this, as I said, and it's really easy when you work for a great firm.
We can tell. We can tell. Well, thank you, Donna. We will make sure that we have all of the links and everything in the blog post, and we appreciate your time today. Please be well.
Take a look at our COVID center. It's pretty amazing. So thanks. Have a great day, Tabitha.
Bye.